This is Florida Natural Farming at Frog Valley Tropical Fruit Farm. Just getting towards the end of summer, late summer, August, and we've been having the worst drought I've ever witnessed here in Florida. But everything seems to be okay. The wood ducks all flew off. The neighbor was burning something and it must have got out of control, and it, like, I don't know, there was a big huge smoke cloud, and it was kind of scary because I thought there was like a grass fire. Anyway, all the little ducks, they left. They like flew off because we had 3 sets of baby wood ducks in our pond. First time we've ever had baby wood ducks in our pond. 3 mothers had babies they brought their chicks to because they lay their eggs like up to 70 feet tall in old growth trees or in boxes, but we don't have any boxes, so. And females lay their eggs where they were born. They go back to where they were born. Or, you know, the area, I guess. Everyone clears their ponds around here and, you know, mows right down to the pond's edge, and they spray something in there to keep anything from growing in there. And when they do that, the frogs just stop going there. I don't know, the whole management of all the ecosystems in Florida are just like scary to me. We try to do everything as close to natural as possible. We make compost, and that's what we grow these rare houseplants in. That's my favorite one right there. Some raccoons got in here the other night, and like, they didn't destroy anything, but they broke a couple of leaves on my Jose Bueno. I see right there is a broken leaf. And they broke a leaf off my domesticum right here. The leaf's still there, but it's like laying down. 2 leaves, actually. But it'll survive. Thank God they didn't break the top of it. It's a green form of giganteum that I had planted outside, and it wasn't happy. It was a nursery Equigenera green form philodendron giganteum. And it lost all its leaves. I thought it was gonna die, so I brought it back and rehabilitated it. It snapped right out of whatever funk it was in. This is Giganteum blizzard. But I'm gonna use it for cutting, you know, as a mother plant. The Giganteum is gorgeous. It really is. It's a stunning plant. Or not Giganteum, Domesticum. Giganteum's gorgeous too, but Domesticum's really pretty. Jose Bueno is gorgeous. Ring of Fire. Painted Lady. Burley Marks variegated. That was a little tiny node cutting. Pink Lady. It's my rehabilitated philodendron luxurians. It's one of those plants that came in with the fungicide all over the leaves. There's something that makes the leaves white, and I didn't wipe it off, and those things just, they don't grow here when you put them in compost. I don't know why that is. So I chopped off all the leaves, and it's got 2 new growth points on it. Yeah, fungicides, big no-no. Can you imagine the air is probably full of these fungicides now that basically wipe out mushrooms? I'm sure. I probably shouldn't say that, but it has to be. If the PFASs are in the rain, then the other stuff's in the rain too. Yep, I love them. So I'm gonna go look at, this is a new leaf on a Anthurium waterburyanum. I forgot to water it yesterday and it was like 98 degrees and the whole thing was wilted. I give it 2 cups of water a day, but I thought I got it, but I missed it, and it looks fine today. This is a new leaf, that's a new leaf, and this is a new leaf. Fairly easy plant. Anthurium waterburyanum. Anthurium regale. Esmeralda. Is that it? Yeah. It's got a lot of leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4 leaves. It's a big plant. I up-potted it. Straight up compost that we make grows fungi in it. It's a little mushroom. They're beauteous. It's this little philodendron micans. Starting to get attached to this. I could see why raccoons would want to come in here. Gorgeous. So I'm gonna go look at the other plants. Thousands of them. Too many to ever check a day. It's not a bad problem to have. This tree kale collards looks great. Full sun. Biennial collard. It's supposed to be perennial, but not, it hasn't been for me in the past. 2 years it dies. So I'm gonna go. So I started disliking this tree tomato, and look at how haggard it looks. Poor thing. I need to send it some love, I think, because I don't want it to die. That's where I harvest my all my cuttings for my pink torch ginger. I got hit by the freeze and then the drought, all that brown on the leaves. That's because it's going under drought stress. And I dug up right here, so the stuff on the far side looks fine, but the stuff near where I dug up doesn't. But I dig it up and I transplant it in middle. This never gets watered. This should be like 8 feet tall, but the freeze knocked all the old branches off, down, but it didn't kill the plant. Asparagus seems quite fine in full drought conditions. It's a seed asparagus. Seed grown. So is that. It's been there about 5 years. Okay, so here is the jackfruit. Jackfruit doesn't seem to mind the drought at all. It's not ready, but maybe it's getting there. It's getting soft. I should probably pick it. I've never made a mistake picking jackfruit like I've done with black sapote. Sorry, I was looking at this Inga Dura tree. I don't see any fruit on it. Yeah, we don't water anything. Nothing is watered here, so yes, you can push plants with water and nutrients like nitrogen, but it's like pushing a steer to market. That's how I look at it. Is it really the best way? I mean, I want to see. So that's why I do it this way. And don't water. This tree will produce fruit. We have other Inga trees nearby that will pollinate it. And it's getting big enough where it should be producing fruit for sure. Pretty big tree. This is a seed-grown sugar apple from our fruit. I think that's, what is it, 3 years from seed. This was a nursery started tree. Most of our Ingas are seed started. I prefer seed started stuff. So here's the pond. Look at how dried up that is. That's how dry it's been here. Poor things. So normally if you see brown around the edge of a pond, that's because they spray glyphosate around it. But here it's because of the drought, and the little baby ducks would walk back and forth along there. And crap, I guess. There's birds in there still. I was glad the ducks left. There was 5 still in there, and then the fire starter happened. I guess most fires are caused by people burning in their yards in Florida. I hate it because I can't really breathe. The neighbor used to do it for months and months on end, every week. So he finally stopped and sold the property. Thank God they don't burn. But my other neighbor, she likes to go collect green. She knows I don't like burning, so she goes and collects green. Because I told her, the burning bothers me when your smoke comes over here and it doesn't stay in your yard. So she collects green palm fronds and burns them. So it looks like these lychees got some sunburn from the drought. Lychees can't really take dry conditions. This is the kind of stuff I like to see. This is a nursery started tree also, and they're always the worst. I hate to say that, but it's true. That one's fine. What I find interesting is that that lychee didn't burn at all, but it had this great big herbaceous, some sort of mint. Smells really good. Has flowers on it, growing right next to it, all over it, and that burnt, but the lychee did not burn. That's kind of interesting to me. It just shows that the more plant material you have in your soil, like different types of plant material, like we have this locust here, probably the better off your tree is during drought. Just going over to the... this jackfruit looks horrible. I imagine it's going to drop some leaves. Looks like it's already started. Looks good down towards the bottom. I don't know where the rain goes all around us. I could turn the sprinklers on, the artesian drip, but these trees has not died yet, knock on wood. Most of them are seed grown like that. That. So this cashew stopped, when the drought started, it just stopped setting fruit. Still flowering, barely, but it just stopped setting fruit and it was pumping it out. I planted a lot of seeds and I don't see any of the seeds coming up, which I'm sure I will. They've never not come up, the seeds, but maybe they need water when you plant them. I don't know. I'll find out. I'm sure they'll come up. Just looking to see if there's any. See, the tree looks totally fine. I still haven't chopped these pepper trees because I didn't want the heat. It's been like so hot. So I thought the shade would be better until we get some more water. So the tree looks good. I had a cashew tree at our beach house that died this winter during the cold. And we never got hardly any damage there, but it did take out a cashew. But the cashew always struggled. I'd planted it in a lawn and left it that way for 8 years and would mow around it. Yeah, 8 years. Here's an egg fruit. Rasapote. It's okay. It's got this big thing growing next to it that protects it. Protects little trees and keeps moisture in the root zone of the plant. And I'm sure harvests moisture from the air. So it's interesting that this all died, this stuff here, from the drought. This is Caesar weed. Creatures keep attacking this poor banana. Raccoons. There's a rasapote there. It looks like it's fine. Part of it had death on it. I'm sure that was from the drought. But it's a nursery tree. The citrus, of course, they don't ever get affected by the drought. The seed-grown citrus. These were all fruiting, but the birds attacked them, so I just pulled all the fruit off because they really got these for some reason. Oh, probably because they were getting the cashews at the same time. The bird people. Oh. Really, really dry. These lychee trees look good. There's no, it's funny how those ones over by the pond dried up, but these ones away from the pond did not. Now, I like looking at all that kind of stuff. Florida amazes me that you can grow this stuff. I'm going to look at the Monstera deliciosa and probably the Kwai Muk. I'm just going to walk through. through here a little bit. The pigeon pea's looking good. It's a sugarloaf mango. It's a seed-grown citrus. Lychee, lychee. Seed-grown citrus. These are nursery-grown lychee trees. This is a sweet tart mango. Produced fruit this year. It's a J31 jackfruit. This thing is not fruited yet. They fruit without being watered. It's the freeze knocked us back. That's what got us. The freeze slowed things up, and then we never got any rain. Got a little bit of rain at the beginning, and then it stopped. The moisture is on the leaves. That's people just disregard the leaf is like a big flat root. Bringing moisture and gas into its water and air into its being. Stuff looks good. Look at all these oak trees in here, Sam. Hundreds of oak trees. I don't talk about syntropic, but in Florida, the syntropic builds itself. You just have to get away from it. That's what I've noticed. The biodiversity shows up. No, I didn't plant all these trees. That's why there's really only one soil health principle you need to know, and all the rest of them will happen. And that's do not disturb, which I interpret as don't walk on it. So this is like all biodiverse space, unmowed, unwalked on. Only go in there to plant or to get fruit, or maintain the height of these oak trees from around my citrus. My real estate agent wants to sell this property so bad, but we're not really looking to move. I complain about having fruit to sell, but hopefully I can work out the logistics. That's the word I was looking for in my last video, where I couldn't think of the mechanics of the operations. Logistics. Pigeon peas, they don't seem to mind the drought, and neither does the cashew. This is a seedling from last year. Direct sow. I direct sow all our cashews. Thought I was gonna have a bunch more, but they haven't popped up yet. See all this moisture that on the leaves. The tree is like, it's bringing into its inside its tissue, probably with the help of fungi in its tissue. Would be my guess. Somewhat like the redwoods do, or they've shown happens. The redwood trees. So this fruit, this Monstera deliciosa fruit, has been on here for 14 months. got a lot of fruit on it. Boy, look at how fat these look. That's nice. That one down there at the bottom looks, I should go over there and look at it. They look like they're getting closer. That's the fruit after the flower falls off. Yeah, it looks good. Very heavy. I think that one's going to be the first one picked. Ah, it's getting close. 14 months from that to there. Has some more fruit on it. It has a couple of areas that don't have any flowers on them. So that's the root. This right here. Great big huge root from this tree. You definitely don't want to plant these next to your house, huh? Yeah, oops. Not a good idea. Okay, this one. I thought there was other fruit on here. There was. I know there was another fruit. It looks like it rotted. This was right there. Need to come out here and check more often. Maybe it's time to pick that one. They're beautiful plants. They seem to become a monocrop where they're at, so they crowd out any grass. They probably are more likely to repel fire than grass, so I need to plant some more, divide this up some more, and plant it around. I've done it before. It takes forever, but I don't think it liked its location as much as it liked this right here under this nitrogen fixing tree. After smelling that smoke from my neighbors, I was like, I mean, they're old people. The husband can hardly walk. Burning fires every day or every other day. Can you imagine if all the people did that in their yard? Burn big piles of green brush. I guess the sugarcane industry burns all their carbon. I mean, how backwards is that? That's like so screwed up. That should all be made into compost. Of course, God knows what how they have raised it. It wasn't, I'm sure, not raised like this sugarcane naturally. Scary. Florida's scary. So beautiful. And so damaged. I see fruit. This is that star fruit. This is a nursery started tree. Very good. That was covered in flowers, like thousands of flowers. And it hardly has any leaves on it. On that side it does. But it's got all this fruit. Fruit's good. It doesn't have any of that weird taste that star fruits get. Let's save the seeds because I plant the trees, the seeds. People don't buy my seeds. I plant them. I only like to have fresh seeds to sell. And right now I have the Garcinia gardneriana and Garcinia intermedia and Garcinia brasiliensis mixed together. The two, I have gardneriana separated, but I have both lesser lemon drops, mangosteens seeds mixed together. They're good fruit. That one was like super ripe. It was weird. The seeds. And look at that Kwai Muk, Artocarpus. Same family as jackfruit. Mangoes, they don't seem to mind the drought. Same with the white sapote. Even the Spanish lime doesn't seem to the genus doesn't seem to mind the drought. I got this pepper tree. I need to get my chainsaw over there and cut it down. Cut it down. Oh, I see Kwai Muk fruit from here. It's amazing, this tree. Oh, it's my favorite fruit. Easily. My mouth's watering thinking of it while I'm eating this star fruit. I see some good sized fruit in there. I'm gonna go up there in a second. Yeah, people want all their ponds cleared right down to the edge and the lawn's mowed. So the turtles lay their eggs in the lawn. So they're driving over the turtle eggs, if there's any turtles in the pond. And then they put this algicide in the ponds to keep stuff from growing around it. But that's where all the animals live. They don't live in your monocrop lawn with sterile pond. You got to provide a home for them if you want them. Otherwise, they're going to be gone anyway. So look at all this fruit on this. Kwai Muk, and it's healthy looking fruit. A lot of this, you know, this fruited for 3 years in a row and dropped the fruit for the first 2 years. And then it set 5 fruit last year. I've been trying to grow. You know, the rare fruit game is a long-term investment because it takes so long. I've been trying to fruit this tree for 10 years. So this is the second year it fruited, and it's got a lot of fruit on it. I mean, lots of fruit. I see lots of fruit everywhere, which is good. Excellent. This fruit does not ship. I imagine it could be shipped overnight, but I don't see myself shipping the fruit. I'm excited about that. If it can hang on to it through all this drought and everything, I think it's going to be okay. Sapodillas are looking good. And here's a view of the pond from here. See that bird down there at the bottom? It's all that brown. If you see that around ponds, that's usually from glyphosate. That's what it looks like. They spray it around ponds. Anything that looks like that, that's usually from glyphosate, but that's drought. It seems the drought, like, it sacrifices some plants for the sake of others, just like during the freeze. I believe that works the same way. So the freeze, some plants will get no damage, and the one right next to it will be completely frozen. A lot of times the freeze and the drought issues is from compaction, so most of the time. Anyway, it's Frog Valley Tropical Fruit Farm. Hope you have a beautiful day.